Hi guys, this is Mr. Pharma. There is a lot of news regarding COVID 19 vaccines recently, which are being approved for the public use. Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca with Oxford University have their vaccines approved via emergency use authorization procedures. On average, it takes at least 10 years for a new medicine to get into the market, starting from the initial drug discovery to the customer, where the clinical trials alone take at least 6 to 7 years on average. So then how does these vaccines come up this early to the market? So that's where the emergency use authorization procedure comes into the play. The vaccines which all are approved are temporary and may fully be approved or discontinued for treatment based on the upcoming results. Let us see today how these vaccines or drugs come into the market this early. Welcome guys, this is Pharma Portal, the pharma you need to know, share and grow. What is the emergency use authorization? It is a simple, short, bypass regulatory drug approval pathway for the drug development process to provide an immediate remedy for the public health during an emergency crisis or pandemic. Vaccines, medicines, diagnostics, and medical devices can be applied in EUA procedure. In the emergency situations like COVID-19 pandemic, the respective countries will implement the emergency use authorization procedure. The approval will be provided on the basis of risk-benefit ratio, keeping the safety of the patient as the primary factor. Emergency use authorization application can be considered only after sufficient efficacy data is provided from phase 3 clinical trials. Only when a country declares a public health emergency, emergency use authorization applications can be received. Generally, health authorities like FDA will consider an application for emergency use authorization only if a phase 3 data showed at least 50% effective in prevention of the disease, and data must be above 3,000 trial participants who should be monitored for serious adverse events for at least 1 month after therapy. The temporary approval is issued by group of research scientists, public health experts, health agencies like US FDA, MHRA, etc. So what are the stages of emergency use authorization? Emergency use authorization involves 5 stages. The first stage being the determination of an emergency, the second stage being the declaration of an emergency, third stage being the review of the request for emergency use authorization, in which pre-emergency use authorization submission take place and the submission of emergency use authorization take place. So once that is done, there will be either approval and rejection of a emergency use authorization request, and the final stage will be the emergency use authorization termination. Emergency use authorization will be considered for approval for use only if there must be a serious or life-threatening illness caused by a specific chemical, biological, radiological, or a nuclear agent. 2. It must be reasonable to believe that the product covered by the EUA is going to have effective for the intended use. 3. The known potential benefits need to outweigh the known potential risks. 4. There must be no adequate approved or alternative medical countermeasures available for the particular situation. The Emergency Use Authorization Program was established in 2004 by FDA, and FDA granted its first emergency use authorization in 2009 for the civilian population. The first emergency use authorization granted was Tamiflu drug for infants and young children for the treatment of H1N1 infection. Earlier emergency use authorization came during the spread of Ebola virus, Zika virus, and MERS coronavirus. Emergency use authorization have been granted for several medicines, diagnostics equipments like ventilators, but never for vaccines in the past. So when will the emergency use authorization end? The emergency use authorization application for a medicine will be declared closed or terminated in the below 3 scenarios. If the emergency is over, if the medicine is potential and has the full data for the regular approval, if the medicine is not safe or effective. Example is hydrochloroquine, where the emergency use authorization was provided initially for treating COVID-19 but later was withdrawn as it was not effective. So is there any risk with using the emergency use approved products? Known risks will be there for any product, but in this case, people will be informed about the known and potential benefits and risks before any drug that is being administered. Final approval from respective authorities may take several months or years. If the treatment posed a risk but did not offer the benefit, the emergency use authorization will be withdrawn. Emergency use authorization procedure in India is similar to that of the European Union, the United Kingdom, and the United States as per CSIR IIM. The leading 2 candidates that have been approved for emergency use are Bharat Biotech's Covaxin and Serum Institute's Covishield. Zydus Cadilla's vaccine ZyCoV-D has been issued approval for phase 3 clinical trials, and Sputnik V is a vaccine developed by Russia's Gamaleya Institute and Dr. Reddy's Labs is conducting phases of 2 and 3 clinical trials in India. Other candidates are NVX-CoV-2373 biological E-limited vaccine and HGCO19, which are all under different clinical trial phases. So how to get a COVID-19 vaccine in India? Once it is open to the public, the beneficiaries will have to register and submit ID proof for vaccination. Registration on the CoWIN app will be required for the vaccination, and once the registration is complete, the beneficiary would receive an SMS on their mobile number regarding the due date, venue and time of vaccination. At the time of registration, a government-approved identity is required such as Aadhaar card, voter ID, PAN card, etc. The registration is mandatory for vaccination. The information on the time, date and venue will be shared only after the registration is complete. The 2 doses of the vaccine is 28 days apart and must be administered for the beneficiary. The coronavirus vaccine is voluntary and it is not mandatory. So hope you understood the emergency use authorization. Let this new year be a healthy, wealthy year for everyone. Hope you liked this video. Encourage us by hitting the like button. If you have any question, post it in the comments and share this video to your friends and family. Most importantly, subscribe and press the bell icon for regular notifications from our Pharma Portal channel. Bye.